Hey you guys, it's Brad here in the My Way shop, and we're back at the 68 Galaxie tonight for a couple hours at least. Just doing more cleanup, prep work in the trunk area and that, so that we can get some, I'm going to call it chassis saver down on there, and then some undercoating. My body man wants me to get the car onto the chassis, which I have here. So I have a few things left to do with it. I got to get the brake line finished, the main brake line. I need to replace the rear rubber hose. I kind of restored it, but then after the fact, I got a new one. And that's about all that's going to matter. And the main thing is I need to get a fuel tank. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm looking up in there. I need to get a fuel tank in there. And so I had to order that today. Ordered that from Classics and Hot Rods in Chilliwack, BC. And that appears like it's going to be about a $550 piece for me. Has to come from the US. It's only going to take a week though, fortunately. So I'll have that soon. And what I want to do is mount that in the body before I put the body back on the chassis. So I'm just going to point out where everything kind of fits. Okay, so here's the chassis, and basically this has everything. It's got everything new, all bushings and everything, every one, the brakes, shocks, rear end seals, outer bearings, and everything. Anyway, the trunk, the fuel tank ends up sitting actually right here behind the differential, crossways, with the filler being up here on the driver's rear quarter panel. So as you can see, I got lots of junk sitting around here. Actually, that's the C6 for the Galaxie here, and this is actually the 428. So as you can see, I'm nowhere near done with the money spending yet. But so on the car, that fuel tank actually sits right up here, right between the trunk floor and the brace, I guess we're going to call it, across the bottom of the upper deck there. Anyway, so the trunk, the fuel tank tucks in there, and as you can see, the hole up there where the fuel filler neck and everything goes through that direction. Anyway, that's kind of interesting. Fits in behind the diff and up in there. So last night, basically, I got to work just cleaning up. I took the trunk floor pan that I built there. You may have seen it on the previous video. I took that back out of here, and I'm just finishing prep of all of this, cleaning up all this area. This panel across the front was kind of messy, and I'm not going to bother getting up top. I'm not going to do the upper part of these inner fender wells or the hinges or any of that. We'll give that a little wipe down and a little spray over top after. I'm going to try and use a very similar material. I do want to get the goop off of my inner quarters here, and I can grind the trunk liner off, no problem. But then there's a black tar on there, undercoating stuff. I don't know why they got that on there, just in a few locations. I had a big patch of it actually here in the center of this trunk panel, and I ended up using thinners, lacquer thinner, and a bunch of rag to wipe that off. But I don't know if the same is going to work there. You can see I've got some of it exposed there for the first little run. But yeah, I can't grind that shit off. It just fouls up my pad. So not sure what I'm doing there. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna carry on working on it. I've got the quarter panels and everything, the patch quarter patches, all trimmed and ready to go back on there whenever I'm ready with everything inside of there. So I just got to finish my cleanup. You know, some of these areas, just do a little more tidying up, and then I'm going to spray those, and then trunk floor pan in, patch behind the driver's passenger seat, underneath the passenger seat. I still got one patch to do there. And then we're on to doing the bottom end of the car, undercoating. I'm going to spray with paint first, black paint, satin finish, and then undercoating. So anyways, keep tuned. I'm working at it. I thank you all for coming to my channel, having a look at what I'm doing. And once we're done with the Galaxie here in a couple, 3 weeks, and get it out to the body shop, we're going to likely be moving ourselves back over to get a rocker panel into that 81 Camaro. It's kind of holding me up. Everything else is pretty okay there. I got a little work to do on the back quarter as well, but that's pretty minor, other than the fact I've been waiting for a patch for it for months, and now it's kind of like I don't need it. I'll just form my own, you know. So anyway, ton of parts, boatload of parts back there, all kinds of interior stuff. I still need seats for this Camaro. If anybody has black seats, you know, like in a good condition, my seats just aren't in that good a condition, and after all the work I've done and everything, I just don't know. I mean, you can even see through this old windshield how caved in the side of that seat is, and I've got upholstery issues on the passenger seat, and etc. I got a third seat there I was going to maybe rob some parts from, but I don't know. If somebody has seats, let me know, because I'd be into that. So, okay guys, thanks. Tuesday evening, I might post this one pretty directly, and then I don't know, we'll maybe catch up to you on the weekend. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Everybody take care, and be safe till next time I see you. Thanks.